Welcome back, everyone. Hey, look, this is another Ask John segment. This is number 6, and I'll tell you, it's a great topic today. If you want to learn about the buy right covered call strategy, we are going to talk about it today. But hey, first, before I start, I want to ask you to subscribe to that video right there. Hey, bang that like button. Yeah, you know it. It's right there. There it is. Look at that. Hey, look, I am not a professional. I do this in one take, and I also do it for anyone out there that's trying to learn the covered call strategy, trying to make a little bit of money. Hey, look, let's get into it. You know, before I get going, I actually have to admit something. In my videos, I tell you to hit the like button, because when you hit the like button, that motivates me to do another red hot covered call, right? And I ask you to leave me a comment. And I'm going to tell you what. I have thousands of comments. Over the years that I've been doing this, I have time and time again positive comments. But you know what? Recently, as recent as Saturday, I received 2 comments that really bugged me. And I was really caught off guard. And I said to myself, you know, John, you've been doing this long enough to know that, you know, as you grow, you know, you grow in both supporters and detractors. And right now I don't have many detractors. I think most people understand that I do this for free. I don't make money. All I ask you to do is like the video, and I hope you learn something. But what bothers me is that these 2 cats that left a couple comments, they said that my beginning of my videos are nothing more than rants and chatters and BS and pep talk, and it's annoying. They're actually saying that I'm annoying. And that really got me to thinking. Number one, the first comment was about my lead-in, and I do know that I get a little long trying to explain why I do this, and I'm going to promise you from here on out, I'm going to go ahead and short that up a little bit, and try to get the show going quicker, okay? Because I do recognize that spending 3 minutes telling you that I do this for you, you know, can get annoying. Hey, look, squeaky wheel gets the grease. That one I agree with, and I am going to work on that. The second guy actually said, man, he's unsubscribing because of my chatter, my BS, my pep talk, no new material, all annoying. And that one bugged me, because not really the chatter, the BS, the no new material. Hey, you know what? Hey, it is what it is. That cat could be super advanced. He's looking for something, and he wants to cut through it. I get it. But his criticism of my pep talk, and I'm sure he was talking about my money motivation videos. Here's the deal. I'm going to keep doing those videos, because I've told you from day one, you know, part of the entire process of being successful is having your motivation in place. You have to be inspired. You have to be motivated. You do, because you have to put in the time studying. Okay? And if you're not there, then this puzzle is not going to come together for you. So to that guy that's criticizing my pep talks, hey, go ahead and unsubscribe, right? Don't need you. I do this for the many people that comment and say they love it. Okay? But I am going to promise to cut my intro shorter. I will promise you that, and I hope I'm not annoying. Hey, look, let's get into the Ask John segment. This is number 6, and we are going to talk the buy right covered call. The reason I get this question a lot, the buy right covered call. What is it? How do I use it? Tell us about it, okay? Now, you can go on YouTube and look at the buy right covered call strategy, and you'll see some videos out there that are interesting, but I'm going to give you my straight talk version. And the one thing that really sticks out to me as to why I do not use the buy right covered call strategy, okay? Why I do not, okay? Now, let's get into it. What is the buy right covered call? Here's the straight talk. After you set up your trade, and I've got some images here, we're going to walk through it. After you set up your trade, You're asking your broker to buy a stock that you picked at market price, then immediately sell a covered call at market bid for a price and time that you selected. That's the setup. Note that you're doing this at market prices. Okay? I always like to get my price. See, I'm the one that's ponying up my shares, right? I'm offering up my shares to be purchased or taken away from me. So I'm going to get my price. I'm going to get my price. I'm going to get my time. And to do that, I need to set limit orders. So when I buy a stock, I want to place a limit order. Now, I've told you this in the past, that doesn't mean I always get the stock. I don't always get the price I want. So I have to finagle. Okay? So I'm not suggesting you do the limit order like me. I just want you to know exactly how I approach it versus how a buy right actually functions. Okay? So for me, I like to buy the stock at a limit price. Okay, I will buy at a limit order, setting my price. I get the stock assigned to me. Hey, got the stock. Now let's go ahead and write a covered call. I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to set my price at a limit order at the market, right? Remember, we sell the bid. So I'm going to set the market price, and then I'm going to go in and replace that order with the mid price, and hopefully I get my price. Okay, I'm going to use limit orders there. Okay, but when you do a classic buy right covered call, you are doing this based on market prices. Okay, let's walk through this here. I hope I don't bore anybody, but we're going to go through it pretty quick. These are the steps of how to do it. You're going to log into your broker's site to do this. Okay. Step one, you're probably going to put in your ticker symbol. In this case, I did this already, but then I sort of said, hey, I want to get a picture of that. So I went ahead and backtracked. But here's the deal. The very first thing is you're going to put in your ticker of the stock you're going to use. In this case, you can see the example is going to be Disney. From the drop down, you're going to select buy right. Why we do that? Because it sets up the rest of the trade panel for us, okay? Once we do that, as you can see, I set up the buy right. I set up the stock Disney. Now I'm ready to go to set my parameters. Okay. Notice then I'm going to buy the stock, right? The drop down was to buy the stock. Then I'm going to put in the quantity. Remember, we need 100 shares to write one contract, right? 1,000 shares to write 10 contracts, right? For one contract equals 100 shares. So in this case, I'm going to buy 100 shares of Disney. Notice how it puts it at the price of the bid and the ask here. Remember, it's going to buy the ask. Right? That's a market order, the ask. Okay. Very next thing is, once we select that Disney trade, we're going to go into the option field. We're going to select sell to open, right? So you want to open a contract. That's why the lingo is called sell to open. If you were closing a contract, meaning you were buying that option back, you would select sell to close. But in this case, it's sell to open. One contract, because we have 100 shares, we're going to select our strike price. In this example, I selected a nice 30-day strike. Notice that you have all of the options that are available for Disney. In this case, it's a 1-month strike. I'm going to go ahead and select that. Then I'm going to go ahead and, by the way, that was expiration. That was expiration that I was working with there. I'm going to select my strike here. Okay, so again, I'm going to buy the stock, 100 shares, at the market price. Right? Then I'm going to sell a covered call, one contract, for a expiration of May 19th, and the strike price, the price I want somebody to pay me for my shares, is going to be $115. Okay? I've given them 1 month to make the decision if they want to buy my shares at $115. And when we go to our next screen, you're going to see what that premium will end up being. Okay, so notice here, notice I'm going to buy the stock here. Notice I'm going to sell this option. And notice the bid and the ask here. Okay, so in this case, the bid and the ask, remember, when we buy a stock, we're buying it at the ask for a market order. And when we sell a covered call, we're going to sell the bid, which is the 189. Okay, so finishing up here, we got a net debit, and we're going to pick our force I'm going to force it as a day. I only want it to be executed during the day, right? You have these other options if you want to use them, but in my case, I'm just going to use day, okay? Let's go back. Now, once I execute that trade, notice at the bottom I can click preview, right? Because your brokerage typically wants you to preview most orders, okay? Notice here, again, we're going to do a buy right at Disney. Again, we're going to buy, see how they set it up where you're going to buy the underlying at the ask, right? That's a market order. Then we're going to sell the bid right there, okay? And then here are your totals down here. Notice your max gain is that, right? Because we don't make any more money after 115. Remember, this is a May 19th, 115. We don't make anything above that plus our premium. That's our max gain. Of course, we have max loss because we own the stock. It can go to zero. You know that. This is a strategy for which we hold the stock. So we need to understand that. Finally, my chart's a little bit big here, but one thing I wanted to leave you with is how I look at my options and when I consider to buy them back, okay? I do consider to buy back all my options. I'm very dynamic when I do these strategies. I love to buy them back because I feel like I put money in my pocket, right? I gave somebody the right but not the obligation to buy my shares during a certain amount of time, and man, if within the first half of that contract, like the first 15 days, that stock falls and that option falls, right, under 50% of the premium I got paid, man, I'm going to buy that back. I'm going to buy it back, put that money in my pocket and say, okay, I'm either going to wait for a couple green days and write another one, or I'm going to find a deeper out of the money, maybe an expiration that's 2 months or 3 months out, right? And write another call. So I'm very dynamic in that fashion. Then if we're in that second term of the contract, meaning we have about, in this case, a month long, we have 2 weeks left. If that option falls to 10 cents or below, I'm going to immediately buy it back because Fidelity cost me nothing to do that, okay? I'm going to take that trade off the board, take the risk off the board, and I'm going to reassess, maybe write another covered call. Now, some folks will tell you to buy it, if I got paid $1, buy it when it hits 20 cents. Well, based on the time, if I have a full 2 weeks left and that option that I got paid $1 for is going for 20 cents, I'm probably going to buy that back. I'm going to take that risk off the table. I'm going to reassess my situation. I pay a little bit of premium there, but to me, it allows me the flexibility to write another covered call. And I'm not stuck with holding that for a full 2 weeks and it just muddling around and it's sort of dead money. I could be proactive, buy it back, give a little bit of premium back, but it gives me the ability to then write another call, maybe a couple strikes out, maybe a couple months out, okay? And again, finally, why do I do the 10-cent rule? Because my broker doesn't charge me anything. So anytime it gets down below 10 cents, I usually take that off the board. Remember, you're taking risk off the board. See, I'm taking the risk off the board and I can immediately sell the shares if I had to. But once I hit 10 cents, man, I am taking it off the board. I love when it gets to 10 cents. That means I've made all that premium and I'm going to write another covered call. Now, by the way, some folks will just let these go to expiration. They will never buy them back. They will just reassess after the situation. But if you've been listening to my videos, you know that I always like to be dynamic and I like to buy them back and I like to write more and more covered calls. Finally, let's recap. Let's recap the situation here. Buy right covered call recap. We need to select a stock. You know, that's a golden rule of mine. You have to have great stock selection. I've talked about those in my videos. Then we need to select our option. We need to know the option we want. Then we have to understand that we're placing market orders. Okay, that's important. That's important to me. I love limit orders, but in this case, a market order, you just need to know it. We complete the setup like we did, where we pick all of these things. We execute the trade, but then we monitor our trades. See, this is not just a click it and forget it. right? Because if that option, look, I sold a Whirlpool for $2.50 and Whirlpool has been going lower. If that $2.50 goes to 10 cents, I'm buying that back. And then I'm going to write another covered call. I mean, I like to be dynamic. So me, I'm always monitor my trade. And where possible, I love to buy them back so I can make more money. Again, that involves exit strategies. You need to learn your exit strategy. You need to get your financial education. Hey, finally, guys, I hope I didn't bore you with this video. The buy right covered call strategy is one that many people use, largely because they call up their broker and say, hey, Mr. Broker, I want to buy Microsoft and I want to write a call. So they'll do the buy right strategy right there on the spot so they don't get caught in between. Maybe they get distracted. They don't follow through on the trade. They do the buy right. Makes it very convenient. You might want to use the buy right as well because it is very convenient. Okay. But always remember, we want to monitor our trades. We really do want to monitor our trades at the end of the day because that gives us an opportunity to take risk off the table. If a stock has fallen, right? It's just part of one of the golden rules that I like to follow. I like to be dynamic with my investments or my covered call rights. Hey, look, do me a favor. I need you to bang that like button. Hey, look, ring my bell. See that bell right there? Ring the bell because that means you want an email notification the next time I do a red hot covered call video. And hey, share the video. Let other people know that we're out here talking the good word of the covered call, making money, making guaranteed income. And hey, look, I hope I did not annoy you today. I don't think I have. I love all the great comments. And hey, guys, until next time, I hope all your covered calls are profitable.
All I see is signs. All I see is dollar signs.